This week I want to talk to you about private investigator marketing and whether you're selling vitamins or painkillers. Hi, this is Larry Kaye with ShadowAnyone.com and the creator of the Investigator's Ultimate Guide series, which is premium private investigator training from someone who's been there and done that. And boy, the been there, done that comes back again this week. Having run my own detective agency for 9 years, I understand it's not just about the tips and the tricks. It's not just about being really good at finding people or doing background checks or surveillance. While all of that is important, I'll give you that you know how to do that. The tricky part, the hardest part, harder than following someone, finding someone, the hardest part is getting clients. So what does this have to do with vitamins and painkillers? Simply this. The person who's selling vitamins is trying to sell prevention. They're trying to sell, hey, in the future, you can avoid this problem if you spend a little bit of money now on a regular basis. Buy your vitamins, take your vitamins, and you're hoping to avoid problems in the future. Someone who's selling painkillers has a customer who is in acute pain right now. They're suffering. They need to stop the pain. And they are willing to pay the money, usually a lot of money, to stop the pain right now. These two different business models are kind of night and day. The vitamin model is really kind of nice because you get those repeat customers, they pay a little bit regularly, and they take vitamins for years. The painkiller customer is someone who's going to come to you in pain. They have a problem. They need it solved right now. The nice thing is they're going to pay a lot more money and they're a lot easier person to sell your services to because they need it right now versus the person who's buying vitamins who they feel like they could always start taking them tomorrow. Or maybe they'll buy vitamins from this person or from that person. But the guy who has to kill some pain, he needs that solved right now. And if you've got the solution, he's interested in being your customer right now today. So as a private investigator, are you selling vitamins or are you selling painkillers? You can definitely sell a combination, but knowing the difference is important to your business. So when I talk about selling vitamins as a private investigator, what I'm really talking about here are those preventative type things that a customer will buy on a repeat basis over and over again. And specifically, we're talking about background checks or pre-employment screening. If you have a company that you work for, or hopefully many companies, where you're doing their regular pre-employment screening, this is the type of thing where they might be sending you 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 kind of standard low-end background checks every month. And they may be paying you $35 or $50 per background check. It's not a whole lot of money. You're going to obviously want to turn a profit on that and make money from it. But when you get those repeat clients over and over again looking to solve a problem down the road, that's good solid money that you really can kind of bank on having every single month. Having those clients who are buying those vitamins from you is very nice. When I talk about selling painkillers as a private investigator, you're probably talking more about, for example, an infidelity case where someone is cheating and a husband or a wife needs to find out right away if this is going on. Surveillance cases that you work frequently revolve around a painkiller. The person, the client is having a problem. They need surveillance done and done pretty quickly to resolve this painful problem they're having. Another type of painkiller might be a workers' compensation case where this company is paying every month to a fraudulent worker, presumably someone who's being fraudulent, trying to cheat the system. They're suffering that pain every month, cutting that check over and over again, and they want that pain to stop. Another type of painkiller may be any kind of tort or lawsuit where a person is either suing someone because they need to get their money back, need to get their property back, or because they're being sued by someone and they feel that it's unjust and they need a private investigator to keep them from having to pay a large amount of money. Now, these painkiller clients, they may not be regular repeat clients, although some of them will be. For example, workers' compensation. That company might come to you over and over again. But these painkiller clients generally are coming to you just when they need you, but they're going to need you desperately, and you're going to have to charge appropriately. When you're selling a vitamin service like a background check regularly, you can schedule that into your day and into your week. And you know, on Mondays, I'm going to run these checks. I'm going to send them out on Tuesdays or whatever your schedule might be. When you're dealing with a painkiller client, they usually interrupt your day, your week, your whole business flow. And that's not a problem. That's what you're in business for, is to take on these clients. But they pretty much stop everything. You literally stop and answer the phone. You talk to them, you teach them, you educate them about what expectations they might have on this case. You have to deal with getting payment from them. There's all these elements that you have to deal with. And rightly so, it justifies a higher price. Also, it's just more difficult to work these painkiller type clients. To have to go out and do a surveillance is a much more difficult thing than having to do kind of a regular standard background check that a client has gotten before and they're going to get again. So when you're considering what services you want to offer your clients, consider, are you selling vitamins, or are you selling painkillers, or are you selling a mix of them? And be sure to price your services accordingly. Of course, I have marketing advice like this in all of my paid training, and actually much more specific. For example, in my Investigator's Ultimate Guide to Process Serving, I talk specifically about which law firms to approach for business, what to say to them, some ideas for putting, if you're going to send them letters, what to say in those letters. So the marketing element of our business is vitally important. If we don't have the clients, we're just quite honestly out of business. So start today with evaluating what you're selling, the type of client you want to attract with what you're selling, and then think about, how can I reach out to that client in an economical way that I can still, after gaining that client, turn a profit when I work the case. This is Larry Kaye with ShadowAnyone.com. Remember, do the right thing, even if it's the hard thing.